Hello everyone, Joel here again, and today I will be going over the protocols for the 1 repetition maximum, the reps to fatigue, and the push-up test. For the 1 rep max, the individual has to lift a certain amount of weight, one time, with good form, and it must be unassisted. Before beginning, however, it is important that you have properly warmed up for 5 to 10 minutes doing light aerobic exercises. After warming up properly, it is best to do a couple of repetitions with a light load of weight as shown before you. After this, the individual will then lift 50 to 70% of the perceived maximum capacity. If the individual successfully lifts the weight, you will then rest 3 to 5 minutes before the next trial or trials to come before you may begin. For the next trial or trials to come, you will add between 2.5 and 20 kilograms. Remember, it is important that you find the 1 repetition max in 4 sets so that we avoid excessive fatigue and an inaccurate 1 rep max reading. Upon completion, you may calculate the strength to weight ratio. This is determined by the amount of weight or the strength divided by your own body weight. This is handy in comparing and contrasting people of different sizes. The next test that we will be going over is the submaximal strength test or the reps to fatigue test. This test differs from the maximal strength test in that maximal test is 1 rep, whereas the submaximal is a 2 to 10 rep test. The submaximal is also more commonly used for the elderly, adolescents, and those people who just don't really do strength training. From this test, we can estimate what the 1 rep max will be. The protocol for this test is similar to the 1 rep max, with the difference being that the number of repetitions done in this test is 2 to 10. Before us is a sample equation for the reps to fatigue test. The amount of weight lifted is divided by 1.0278. That number is then subtracted by 0.0278, all multiplied by the number of reps completed. For the push-up test, we will be going over the standard push-up test and the modified push-up. This test is intended to measure muscular endurance. In performing this test, make sure that the individual's back is straight, the hands are shoulder width apart, their hips aren't sunk in or too high. Make sure that the stomach is off the floor. The head is up and the chin touches the floor every time the individual goes down. And when we come up, make sure that the elbows are fully extended at the top. In the modified push-up, everything is the same except the pivotal point is at the knees, which are on the floor. With both of these tests, make sure that the individual maintains form. If he or she cannot do so within 2 reps, the test is to be terminated. Also, make sure the individual is breathing properly or exhaling with force as he or she is pushing away from the ground. Upon completion of the test, the person's category can be found based off of the age and gender. You can use this same test as a reassessment at the end of the program to monitor the progress made throughout. This is the protocol for the 1 repetition maximum, the reps to fatigue, and the push-up test. I'm Joel, and thanks for watching.